Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show Traffic Center. And welcome to a Monday morning. Or actually, Monday. What am I saying? Monday. It's Tuesday. Wow, I'm really dialed out already, right? Not a good start out of the gate here at 7:01. It is Tuesday, folks. Tuesday. I think it was the heat yesterday. It's going to be another hot one today. Over a check of first check of your forecast coming up at 7:15 with Mr. John Rocco is back in the weather center. So we will get a check of that forecast for the Tuesday morning ride. Let's get that right here for this beautiful Tuesday. So we're in the short sleeves again here in the traffic center. A little warm here. So if you hear the air conditioner on the back, can't really do much about that, but I don't really hear it here with the headphones, so it sounds, I think it sounds pretty good. Just let me know in the comments if you happen to pick up any on the air conditioner in the background. But with that said, hopefully you had a great weekend across the tri-state and stayed fairly cool out there. And if you got out to some of the Memorial Day parades, certainly quite well attended. Again, just a gorgeous Memorial Day yesterday to get out and honor those who have fallen for this country. So with that said, I'm looking at some of the maps and some of the incidents and what have you. I was thinking it was going to be maybe a little lighter. That some of our friends maybe would either stay down the shore, out to the Hamptons, up in the Catskills, or out to the Poconos. Doesn't seem to be that way. Seems like everybody's heading back into the office for those who are going in. So with that said, let's share the screen here, my friends. I'm going to open up the comments here in about 30 seconds or so. We will do that first. Let's take out the banners and we'll bring on our Tri-State Traffic Show, which is sponsored by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is where you can find more information on Ralph. I'm sure he was extremely busy this weekend. I'm sure there was lines out the door for some great ice cream. And we also want to say a big thanks to Darley Newman and Travels with Darley. She is a sponsor as well of the Tri-State Traffic Show. And you know what? I was going to wait till 8:15 to try to give away the tickets. Well, let's open it up right now. Darley is going to be having a virtual program this Thursday, June the 2nd. You know what? Let me just throw that up here real quick just to let people know what we're going to do. So there it is. Destination Santa Fe, Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30. We will be giving a pair of tickets away today for that program. So if you'd like to go, please leave me a comment on Facebook and YouTube. We're also on Twitch, and I believe I can see comments there. If you would like to go to that program, just leave a comment here on any of those platforms. And just let me know that you'd like to go, and we'll get you hooked up with some tickets from the staff of Travels with Darley. So once again, Destination City, Santa Fe, New Mexico. So if you're planning plans to go out to the southwest of the country and looking to get some more information about Santa Fe, New Mexico, certainly tune in. And again, we can get some tickets for you if you would like, courtesy of Smithsonian Associates. All right, with all of that said, sponsors taken care of for now. Let's get to the action on the roads. And we got this overturned tractor trailer here this morning. This is going to be on routes 1 and 9 north of Stiles Street in Linden. So let's go to the cameras and let's just see what we've got. Now, this is out by Wheeler Park, or actually out closer to the airport, I should say, just on the corner, the southern corner of Wheeler Park, out by the shopping center, Aviation Plaza. Let's just see here. There's a camera at Wood. Let's see, it really depends. Okay, so they're looking south. That's north on the far left. That is where this overturned, flipped over tractor trailer is. So hopefully no one's seriously injured here this morning, but we're going to keep an eye on it because the traffic's getting really bad now. This is out by Aviation Plaza. So I don't know what this traffic is. Well, this may be the left lane or the left only lane trying to get, here's the tractor trailer. Okay, now let's just wait. Let's watch that in real time. So there it is. It looks like it closes up the two right lanes as you get out by Aviation Plaza, the shopping center. And then this is the continuation of traffic out to Stiles Street. That's what this traffic going left to right is going there. This is out by the AMC movie theater, by the Dragonfly, the restaurant, if you're familiar with the section of Linden. So again, hopefully no one's seriously injured with this crash, but yeah, that's pretty backed up here this morning. We are well back into Rahway now. Let's see, by West Grand Avenue. So this is all northbound coming towards us. We're out by the Wawa. Well, actually, there's the Wawa, I should say. I'm sorry. So this is south. They have the camera going the other way. So we're not back as far as East Grand Avenue, but just expect to take another 10 plus minutes or so to come through this area. And then once you get past that, the rest of Linden is going to be in pretty good shape here this morning. So that is the biggest thing popping off the maps here so far, other than the George Washington Bridge. Our typical delays there, which I was hoping was going to be a little bit easier, but nonetheless, it is there. Let's let's focus in on the shore points, because starting to see a little more traffic here through Tom's River and Lakewood now. Usually this builds up roughly around 8 o'clock or so, but now I think we're starting to see some folks leaving late from the shore are really trying to squeeze out the last vestiges of this Memorial Day holiday weekend. So we're seeing a lot of delays from the Toms River tolls straight out up the line to basically exit 91. So let's go to the cameras here. Time now is 7:07. We thank you very much for joining us here on the Tuesday edition of the Tri-State Traffic Show. I'm still saying Monday. So let's go to the Toms River tolls. Let's see if we can see anything here. Looks like that camera is out. This is going to be, let's see. I think this is going north. Yeah, this is north. So let's check it out here by that's by 91. That's north coming towards us. Nothing there. Let's check it out by 89. Nope, that camera's out as well. We continue on over to just north of 91. So yeah, unfortunately the cameras are not cooperating here this morning, so we'll close out of that tab. Let's go back to the incident list. Okay, let's see here. Earlier incident of 15 southbound, south of Whoa, hey now. Whoa, that just jumped off the screen. Okay. All right, so all lanes are open at 15. Okay, we get out of that now. So west on 80, there is a vehicle fire out by 206, and then down wires on 206 northbound in Andover. So everything is closed there. All right, so let's go to the 80 situation first, because there's no cameras on 206. Let's just see what we can see. So again, westbound east of exit 27, that's from Route 206, I should say. There is one lane out of service there. I don't know if this camera's in service. It was, yeah, okay. So this is eastbound now. This is all rubbernecking delays getting into that location. Let's just blow that camera up just a little bit for you so you can get a good picture. So this is going east of 206, the interchange of 27. This is all rubbernecking delays as we get through this stretch of Route 80. Going east. So now if you are if you're going to get on from Route 46 here at exit 26, 25, you got to be real careful as well because of this vehicle fire taking out at least one lane here this morning. So again, that just literally happened. You saw it in real time as it came up on the screens here this morning. Okay, so we got that. Let's check out where this 206 issue is. And of course, it just takes the entire screen and just explodes it. So we go here and let's check this out in real time. So this is south on northbound, south of 517 in Andover. Everything is going to be closed up. Let me just get a better locator of that. So this is 206, well north of 80. It looks like you maybe once you cross into the Sussex County, Andover is Sussex County, or is that Warren? I think that may still be Warren County at that point. But either way, by Andover Sparta Road, watch for a down utility pole. So let's go to the maps here. First of all, let's just game reset here. Got a lot going on here, in which I thought was going to be a much quieter Tuesday. So we'll start it off here in the south and work north. Let's just do that already at 7:10. So we've got northbound delays along 42 is seeing a lot of traffic getting into the 55 interchange. So is 55 into 42. 295 is holding up strong. So is the AC Expressway and the Garden State Parkway until you get out of the Toms River tolls from just south of 89 all the way up into 91. Once you clear that, Parkway through Monmouth is good. Now, this northbound turnpike is starting to hit the brakes just a bit north of interchange 7. Not quite sure why there, and if that's going to be on the outer roadway or the inner roadway, but there's definitely something going on here just past interchange 7. So just be mindful of that if you are coming up from basically exit 6 or interchange 6, as we call the turnpike interchanges, getting up from the Pennsylvania extension of the turnpike. So that's going to be okay. So now somebody's reported possibly a crash there. Fortunately, I don't have a camera, but you may be seeing and hearing that first on the Tri-State Traffic Show. 195 in Mercer, 295. That looks pretty good. So does Route 33. We continue over to 33. We're fine. So is Route 1. Parkway here at the Driscoll Bridge is starting to see a lot of traffic as well. And some of that may be some folks coming back from the shore, heading back into Staten Island across the Outer Ridge Crossing. So be mindful of that. Route 1 a little tied up here out by 287, out by Top Golf. 287 so far so good, all the way through Somerville, Bridgewater, Branchburg. 202 and Route 22 and 78 is playing real nice here for the morning commute. So it's 287 into Morristown. We go to 80. Now, again, this is that vehicle fire here just east of exit 27. From 26, 27 into 28 is going to be a slow ride. And then further out, going east of Howard Boulevard, we're seeing a lot of traffic. And that's some sun glare working into the picture. Again, it's a fairly hot, humid, sticky morning so far. South along 15 is heavy out by the Jefferson Diner. So we go along 206 now. This was that issue along Route 15 that was brought up here moments ago, south of Lafayette Franklin Road in Lafayette. All the lanes are now back in service, so look for that. And I think they just put up the turnpike issue here. Yeah, this is going to be outer roadway north of 7. 2 left lanes are blocked with an overturned vehicle, so hopefully no one's injured seriously there or injured at all. But, overturned vehicle here. We've got, that overturned flipped over tractor trailer in Linden. Just slow things down. There's really no hurry to get out to where you got to go. Then we got another crash and a broken down vehicle north at 127. So I was about ready to say that there's probably something going on in that location, because I don't think it should be that heavy, even coming off of the weekend. And again, you have the issues there in along Route 206 in the Andover area. So look for that with that down utility pole and wires. So let's go to, we're going to come up on weather here in about 2 minutes. So let's go to NJ Transit real quick. We'll get another refresh here with the trains and see how things are doing on this early Tuesday. Let's start it here on the corridor. Laurel Avenue Bridges work has been completed, so that's good news. And the revised schedule effective May 28th. So the 804 Long Branch arrival is up to 15 minutes late. Also, the 510 departure from Spring Valley was canceled due to mechanical issues. Look for that. And the AC rail line 746 is up to 15 minutes delayed there because of the early opening of the Delaire Bridge. All right. I want to go to the turnpike cameras, the Parkway, because I want to see if we can see whereabouts that broken down vehicle is on the Parkway. And I think it's just before the exit at 127. It should be this camera here if this is working. Yes, there it is. Takes out the left lane. So that's a tough spot there. Hopefully they can move it over here to the zebra stripes, as they call it, the white lines, and get that at least the lane open, because it is just jammed across the span of the Driscoll Bridge. So if you have to continue further north, again, you can sometimes get in the outer roadway, if you want to call it that, the local lanes, however you want to label it for 127. But stay with that outer roadway is going to be the much easier ride. So we got Parkway Authority on scene. So is the state police, I should say. So it looks like it's a broken down vehicle. Now, whether there was another vehicle involved in this crash, a little tough to tell from this vantage point, but that is tying the ride, as you see here, pretty much across the entire span of the Driscoll Bridge. Let's go by 125. So we're not back to 125, but again, the bridge itself is just going to be, look at that. Ooh, That's pretty nasty. That's a pretty ugly ride there. Again, those are those inner lanes for 127. So we'll keep an eye on this. What we also have to keep an eye on is going to be the weather. So let's go ahead and do that from our good friend John Rocco. We thank him for the forecast here today. So with your morning commute, definitely a sunny start here in the traffic center. We're already at 73 degrees with some clear skies. And again, it's going to be another hot one out there today. Certainly feeling much in the way of summer, as John is mentioning. So we'll get to the temperatures again into the 70s here today. Let me just bring up the maps again. Just got to pull up Johnny's forecast. So temperatures here in New Jersey starting off into the you know, low 70s to 75 there in Newark. So that's kind of the warm spot. Over to the five boroughs, 75 in Hell's Kitchen, 74 in Queens, and 73 in Great Kills on Staten Island. As we go further east out to the island, 72 in Shirley, 72 in Islip, and a pair of 72s up on the North Shore. So again, it's a warm start. Especially for this time of the year on the final day of the month of May. Can't believe it's already the first half of the year is almost already over in 24 hours. Wow. So 75 in Yonkers, starting things off there, 70 in Middletown, and 72 in Poughkeepsie and southwestern Connecticut. A little cooler up there in Torrington at 70, but 72 in Bridgeport and Norwalk. All right, so let's get towards Tuesday's forecast. Mainly sunny and hot today. Temps getting up in towards the lower to mid 90s. Really depends on where you are, but maybe getting a little bit of a sea breeze there down at AC at 82. So, your shore points are going to be possibly a little bit cooler out there. Again, whether the water temperature is still fairly chilly. Still haven't really warmed that up. And so be careful going into the water. Look at Cherry Hill, going to come in at about 95 degrees. Ooh, wow, that's hot. That is a hot one here for May 31st. All right, so the weather threats here for the next 5 days. Today is hot. Tomorrow, some evening storms because there's going to be a cold front that's going to be pushing through. PM showers and a storm chance on Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday so far are setting up fairly nice. So it looks like we're going to have a really nice weekend with temps just around 80 and maybe a little bit lower humidity there for the weekend. And we'll go to John's 7-day forecast. This is something new, so I really thank John very, very much for putting together these graphics. They look amazing. So 95 today, 76 tomorrow with some evening storms, kind of sanitize the air just a bit, and then potentially for a PM shower again on Thursday at 80. But look at that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, upper 70s, just gorgeous weather getting in towards Monday, probably more of what May should feel like. But wow, that looks so good for this upcoming weekend. So we're going to get rid of some of the humidity and the heat. It's just going to be absolutely picture perfect here, it looks like, for Friday getting in towards the weekend. Again, we thank John Rocco for the forecast. I forgot to bring John's, there it is. And again, he's a Rutgers meteorology student, president of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. Also follow John on Twitter at John Rocco, JON ROCCOWX, for the latest updates throughout the day. So again, we thank John very, very much for the forecast. Now, with the forecast being so hot today, certainly the perfect opportunity to go ahead and get some delicious ice cold ice cream, frozen frozen delights, frozen pleasure, right? This is from our sponsor, Ralph, over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. We thank him very much. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, 908-272-3000, a beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, in historic Union County, right off the Raritan Valley line of New Jersey Transit. So if you are going to be traveling to the New Jersey area, specifically in towards Union County, definitely stop off at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, some of the best handmade ice cream in the tri-state area. That's just a small sampling of what Ralph has to offer with the cappuccino crunch, the cotton candy, has vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, cookie monster, coffee, and the vanilla chocolate super crunch, which is absolutely delicious. It's almost like one of those, just a cake, a vanilla cake with the chocolate crumble in the inside. Decadent, outstanding. M&M Explosion is another crowd favorite, and so are these flying saucers and chip witches, just delicious. for a hot summer feeling like a day. You also make some sorbets, which are very, very light, and also the Dole Whip. I haven't really mentioned that much in the last week or so because really the weather hasn't kind of maybe conducive for that. But this warm weather has pineapple, has raspberry. It's absolutely light, refreshing, and just a delicious compliment to kind of end your evening. So once again, that is the Dole Whip, and this is all courtesy of our good friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is where you will find all and any and all information. I'll get this straight. It's Tuesday and it's starting to get pretty warm here in the traffic center. And hopefully this air conditioning kicks back in again. But he also makes these cupcakes as well. I wanted to tell you about these vanilla cupcakes are great for any kind of a party that you may have. And again, just really light, refreshing, small, and you don't have to worry too much about the calories, right? With that, and I know my doctor is going to say the same thing, but we're still sticking to the diet here. So um, we shall see in a couple of weeks when I go for the annual physical. So again, he's located at 22 North Avenue, which is Route 28 in Cranford. There is a look of the shop. Let's just take the banner off, and we got to go back to my screens. There it is. So yeah, there's the shop there, and we're located again right in beautiful downtown Cranford. That's Route 28, 22 North Avenue West. It's open from 12:30 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday, and then until 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, and to 9 o'clock on a Sunday. And again, that is the Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. And we're also giving away a pair of tickets to our other sponsor, Travels with Darlie. We thank Darlie Newman very, very much. You can watch her on PBS Create, Amazon, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. But she has this upcoming virtual program that we need to get as many people to get to. This is Destination City Santa Fe. That's on Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30 in the evening. If you'd like to go, I have some tickets. Darlie has so graciously given me a few tickets to give to our viewers. If you would like to go, post up a comment and say that you'd like to attend this virtual lecture. It's about an hour lecture and then a half an hour of Q&A, courtesy of the Smithsonian Associates. So that's Destination City, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And again, just post up a comment and let me know if you would like to go. We'll get you all hooked up with those tickets. All right, so 7:23 now is our time. Let's get back to the reason why you tuned in, because you want to know about the morning commute. So we will go to Staten Island now. Let's check the incident page for New York. And so they've turned this into a crash now, north, exiting at 127, and this overturned vehicle here by north of 7. So, wow, it's really starting to get busy out here this morning. I was really hoping that wouldn't be the case, but nonetheless, user password. Uh-oh, what happened there? It's not what we want. I'm going to go here. So let's take a look at what we got coming off here on the city. So we got the Major Deegan. This is northbound approaching across Bronx. Watch for the center lane is shut there. That's a broken down tractor trailer. LIE West. That's out on Long Island at exit 40. That's for Jericho Turnpike. Watch for a crash there. So let's go to the maps now, and let's focus in along Staten Island. Eastbound Staten Island Expressway, pretty much end to end, is just an absolute parking lot. West Shore Expressway, as you get, let's just see where that is. Is that by Arden Avenue? I think it is. That's Rossville Road. Yeah, that's by Arden Avenue. As you come in towards just north of about, let's just see what the exit number is. Exit 4 on the West Shore. So look for just some delays there. It's kind of normal stuff. Korean War Veterans Parkway looks pretty good. Outer Bridge Crossing is fine back to Jersey, and really nothing to report here except traffic light delays along Highland Boulevard, Amboy Road, Arthur Kill Road, Richmond Road. Again, it's just the expressway just backed up all the way across the bridge. But the Belt Parkway, so far, so good here as we traverse on over through Brooklyn, getting just east of the bridge. And we'll take a look at that inbound Gowanus. It's just an absolute mess here this morning as you get onto the Gowanus out by Industry City, and then heavier across the top of the world this morning. So it looks like we're possibly looking at a crash going west now, or south on the BQE. So let's go to the cameras here. Well, let's just check in with Path very, very quickly and the Port Authority and just check out what those crossings are looking like here this morning. Path. Hoboken 33rd, 42 minutes ago, resuming normal service. Earlier network communication problem has been resolved. Okay. So we will go to take that out, and we will go to Smitty. Think. It's a Tuesday. All right, so we go to the bridges and tunnels now. We'll check out the ride here. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but it's just sometimes you're trying to see what's kind of you know having the biggest problem. So 40 at the Lincoln, average about 40 there at the George, and the Holland is running about 25. So the upper to the George is actually better than the lower here on a Tuesday morning. So let's go to the DOT cameras, shall we? And finally, the air conditioning is kicked in. It's starting to get really warm in here. Oh gosh, my electric bill is going to be through the roof, but oh well. So whoop, go here, slide this over, and we want to go to the Major Deegan. I want to check in with that. We check in with that first to see what's going on here out by the Cross Bronx. Let's just see what they've got. Where are we? So this is heading south here this morning. Fortunately, they didn't turn the camera around, so this is just where are we? Just south of the Cross Bronx. There. Let's see if this camera has it. Whoa! Oh! That's not good. Let's just see what we got. So that's the Deegan heading north. Just kind of stay with this. Stay with this in real time. I'll get that right. But and one truck is going or trying to make the tractor trailer trying to go around the broken down truck, but I don't think he's got enough. Maybe he doesn't have enough room to get through with the construction barriers up. Let's just see what this is going to do here now. So that little SUV made it around on the left. I think they're just trying to give him room just so this doesn't turn into a bigger situation than what it already is. So essentially, at this point, it looks like the Deegan is shut going north of Yankee Stadium. But let's just watch what's going on here. I just don't think there's enough room for that truck to get around. So if these vehicles here on the left would be able to get around this side, unless there's another car or there's something else, debris of some type is in the left lane. That's why no one's really trying to get through here. But if some of these vehicles can make their way around, I think this truck is trying to do that. Hopefully this truck here didn't back into this one, with whatever he's got on the whatever the load is here on the flatbed this morning. So we're going to hang with this just a minute just to see how this kind of plays out. And again, you can see weather conditions too. Again, another hot start. We're already at 73 here in the traffic center. Temps getting into the mid 70s around the area early this morning. For another hot one, we'll have another check of your forecast coming up in about 15 minutes at 7:45. Don't forget, we are on Facebook. We are on YouTube and Twitch here this morning. Throw up a comment, just say hello, tell me where you're watching us from. Also, if you'd like to go to Darley's virtual program on Thursday, please certainly go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like tickets for that. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Just a great program. Been to many of Darley's virtual sessions there, and you can have a lot of fun as well. So just hit me up in the comments if you'd like some free tickets to her program. Let's see, Alexandra coming in this morning. Good morning to you. Double commute this morning. Wow. So first travel back from Lavallette at 4:30. And then did my normal New York City commute. No problems on the main Bergen line and path. Wow, that is a double commute. And I think you did the right thing by leaving at 4:30 because, one, we got the issue on the Driscoll Bridge, which would have tied you up. But then, two, that is probably one of the perfect times to travel on that Garden State Parkway. So excellent stuff there, Alexandra. Thank you very much for watching us and always being our first person to comment on YouTube. So again, thanks very much. Again, if you'd like to go, Alexandra, I have some tickets there to Darley's virtual program. So certainly leave that in the comments if you'd like to go. It's a Zoom link. And if you'd like to know more about Santa Fe, it's a lot of fun. Again, that's on Thursday, June the 2nd at 7 p.m. So yeah, so thanks a lot for joining the broadcast. We're just gonna stay with this Deegan situation just to see how this kind of plays out. So now whether this truck here, this is just north of Yankee Stadium for the Cross Bronx, was involved in maybe a crash with that other vehicle that's broken down. So now it looks like they have enough room potentially to get through this right lane. The problem is these Jersey barriers, these concrete barriers are in the way here, and that is the situation that's kind of impeding traffic trying to get around this. So, yeah, so just effectively, this is closed. I mean, I haven't seen any traffic move in the last couple of minutes we've been showing this camera. Let's just hang with this here for right now. And Alexander, just wanted to pass along to you about, when the temperatures really start to rise up like we had yesterday and what's forecast for today from John into the mid 90s. You got to be careful with those signals on Path and New Jersey Transit. Those signals do not like these hot temperatures. So just be mindful of that. Maybe take a look at, the path page for the alerts just before you decide to leave the city, just to make sure that there's no delays there or even on NJ Transit. Because, again, like I said, we probably will see some signal delays throughout the systems here when these temperatures get really, really warm. These signals do not like warm temperatures. Essentially, in a lot of the areas, they're computerized, they're electronic signals, and they're just like your cell phone. I mean, if you're out at the beach down the shore this weekend and using your phone and you get the alert saying that the phone is starting to overheat, it can't do anything. That's exactly what signals do. Electronic signals. They're computers, really. They're sitting outside in the elements, obviously in controlled boxes and stuff, but nonetheless, again, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. All right, so we're playing out here on the Major Deegan this morning, going north of Yankee Stadium. We're looking at some trouble here with that broken down box truck in the center. So now it looks like we got rid of the tractor trailer that was behind it, and that is now out of the way. And I think that was kind of what was pretty much closing up the Major Deegan here for the past few minutes. Again, this is just before the Cross Bronx. And just to let you know, again, we are sponsored this half hour by Travels with Darley. You can watch our program on Ovation TV's Journey, Wondrum, Amazon Prime, and Create PBS. All right, so hopefully somebody can get some help out to this box truck, but kind of just have to go around it with that center lane shut down at this point. So we kind of, I think, got past the drama of what was going to happen with that tractor trailer. I was hoping it was not going to hit or back into that truck. So that is going to be out of the way for us momentarily. Let's go back to the maps. And yeah, let's go to the BQE now. This is where we wanted to go next, just to see what the situation is here this morning. And this was going to be probably around Atlantic Avenue or so. No. I can't wait to get this new computer in the traffic center. I really can't. This is just that this computer is just trying to do. Okay, so this is south on the BQE now. We've got the left lane shut, as you see. We've got, see, I don't know if that's the vehicle that was involved. That was the vehicle involved, or that is EMS. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3 NYPD cruisers on scene. So this is the ambulance. I didn't see the flashing lights at the first here. So hopefully no one's seriously injured, but that's a pretty hard hit, pretty hard impact there. It looks like the left side, obviously driver's airbag and maybe the side curtain airbag has gone off. So this is the southbound BQE in the trenches. You hear us traffic reporters call it. It's that depressed roadway just south of Atlantic Avenue and south of the Brooklyn Bridge. So that left lane is going to be closed. Again, hopefully no one is seriously injured. You see NYPD on scene. So we'll just kind of hang with this for a couple of moments just to see. Obviously, we have to get tow truck, flatbed, or something to get in there and get the actual car because there's no shoulder through here at all. So this is really tight. This is really hitting that BQE hard all the way back. We're going to put that delay all the way back to Queens Boulevard. Look at this. This is just normal traffic here coming across the Kosciuszko Bridge. And once you come in to Flushing Avenue, it's an absolute parking lot across the promenade and getting in towards just south of Atlantic Avenue again. And it's also creating a lot of rubbernecking delays, through Industry City here. It's a little bit lighter than, let's say, last Tuesday, coming out of Fort Hamilton Parkway. But so, you're going to connect the dots here very, very shortly with all this rubbernecking traffic heading up and across the top of the world. So the BQE, you want to take that off of your list here this morning. Westbound Belt, seeing a lot of traffic as well, now out by Flatbush Avenue. Also on the westbound side, we're seeing a lot of traffic. Sunrise Highway passing the airport. The Van Wyck going north out of the airport into Kew Gardens is heavy. So is the Jackie Robinson both ways. Westbound Grand Central, typical stuff here, getting west of the Clearview on into Q, and then after that, doesn't look bad until you get out to City Field and the airport. And a lot of this is exiting for the BQE there. I think it's still only one lane, but it's been a while since it's been out that way. LIE both ways here at Woodhaven Boulevard. Queens Boulevard is a slow ride, then both ways from the Clearview out to the Van Wyck. North on the Cross Island, a lot of congestion here from Sunrise Highway all the way up into the LIE. Now the Whitestone Expressway is hammered. I mean, just barely moving, getting on over towards the Whitestone Bridge. You know what? I want to bring up this camera on the Whitestone Expressway. Let's just check that out in real time, just on the chance that something happened there. I think it should be a little lighter getting up to the Whitestone Bridge, but let's just check it out and see what the cameras show. So this is going to be the Whitestone. That's north on the far left, so I don't see anything there except heavy traffic. That is just a mess here at 25th. So once again, just a lot of slow traffic there. And then this is going to be north of Linden Place. So again, just a lot of volume through that area on the Whitestone Expressway. Also, South Whitestone Bridge, I would go with the Throgs Neck. You're going to save a little time there. And then west on the Cross Bronx is heavy out of the interchange to 3rd Avenue. So is the southbound Bruckner. And again, we have the broken down vehicle north on the Deegan before the Cross Bronx. And then the southbound Deegan is heavy from Moshulu Parkway all the way in to the CBX. Same thing on the Bronx River Parkway. All right, so our time now is 7:37. I know we're kind of like all over the place here, but we had a couple issues that were on camera that we wanted to show you and check those out in real time. All right, so let's do the MTA Subways and Buses. We'll start off with the subways to see how things are going along here. We've got some delays on the one train northbound, addressed a mechanical problem on the train at Chambers Street, so look for that. The C and B, local southbound B and C, running express from 125th to 59th Columbus Circle. Because of mechanical problem at 81st and Museum of Natural History. So look for that. Let's go to the rails. We'll start it off on Long Island Railroad. Again, Belmont Park. That'll get queued up here. I don't know when the Belmont Stakes is. Is it this weekend? If you know in the comments, please go ahead and put that in, whether it's this weekend or it's the following weekend, the 11th, or it's the 4th, one of the two. But Long Island Railroad looks pretty good. Metro North across the board is fine. Again, the subways, like I mentioned Alexander before, with these hot temperatures, these signals underground, and it's certainly just not a good mix. So you may see lots of signal issues later on today. And in some cases, as we moderate into summer, things progress a little bit better because as we get more warmer and warmer days, but then, here in late spring, as we have, we've gone from the extremes. Was it last weekend? Yeah, I think it was last weekend. It was 95 plus degrees, and then we dropped down into the 60s. So that fluctuation of temperature can also be of some concern as well. But then as we moderate those warmer temperatures, those signals start to stabilize as they get used to the hotter temperatures. But again, we're still here in late spring. Technically, doesn't start summer until the 3rd week of June. And, it's certainly possible that it, cools off a little bit. So that'll be some good news. I mean, 95 degrees is just that's just awfully hot for me. So 7:39 hours of time. Let's take the next 5 minutes here before our break to do what's going on Long Island. So let's check out the incident list for the island here this morning. Let's bring up that. See what we've got cooking across the board. Let's just check it out here. Nothing. So that's good. So major incidents. That's working in your favor. Let's start out east here and check out the ride through the Hamptons. Kind of regular delays, Sunrise Highway, Hampton Bays through Shinnecock Hills. Tuckahoe, Southampton, and over towards Watermill is going to be busy. The ride in Flanders along 25 is going to be just a bit slow as well. But the North Fork looks pretty good. Even out to Montauk, once you clear Bridgehampton, I think you're fine out to the point. Let's continue on now to the LIE. We're still seeing some steady volume here, getting west of 58 through 57 to 111, out to the Sandy Coast Parkway into Deer Park Avenue. A little bit busy there, but then opens up into 110, but out by Plainview Road, hits the brakes, and we'll go exits 45 on over to roughly about exit 40 or so. It looks like we had an earlier crash there by Jericho Turnpike and exit 40. But that is actually 41, I should say. I'm sorry. That's heavy. And then it opens up. It's just west of 40 at the 39. It's heavy. It's the northern. That's what I was looking at, actually. Thought that was the LIE. Oops, sorry. Going west of 135 South Oyster Bay Road, all the way out to basically Lakefield Road, except for the little stretch in here just west of the Wantagh kind of thins itself out. North on the Meadowbrook, we are slow getting into the northern state, and so is the Wantagh Parkway. Let's take a look at the southern state. Just a lot of traffic both ways. Makes it 17 straight over towards about, I'd say exit 31 or so. And then west of 109, we're seeing a lot of traffic. Sunrise Highway looks in pretty good shape. Not a terrible ride here this morning. So is the ride on 25A. That is also going to be looking pretty good. Let's go back to the incident list. I just want to check out, do a real quick update on New Jersey because we don't want to. Wow, this is really exploding now. So we've got. So now that turnpike situation with the flipped over vehicles, now an investigation on the outer roadway. We've got a lane down at 7. Also a new crash here along Route 9 north at 440 in Woodbridge. So we got to watch for that with a left lane closed up there. That is just past, just off the Edison Bridge. So it goes over the Raritan River. So it's just before that. And then we still have this flipped over tractor trailer in Linden now with only one lane open there with, I'm going to go with subject to closure here this morning. So it is fairly busy. Also with this vehicle fire on 80. This is going westbound east of exit 27 in Roxbury Township out in Morris County. So with that said, we're coming up on 7:43. Let's see what we want to do. We'll take a quick spot check before we get into the deeper dive in Connecticut. We just want to hit the break here on time. So let's go to the Connecticut Incident page just to see if there's any major incidents. So yeah, northbound off ramp at 13 is shut. Looks like that's been closed since yesterday, since last night. We will continue further south. Delays. Closure Route 7 is closed in North Canaan. That's up there in Litchfield. That came in at 7:19. So let's go to the map. So again, just a really quick spot check before we get into that deeper dive. So south we'll go Bridgeport, Fairfield is heavy, 27 down to 22. And then from 18 straight on down the line to 5. And then a lot of volume there on the Merritt. We're going to go south of 44. From 44 through 41 into Route 739, all the way out to 36 and 35. This is going to be a very sluggish ride here at 744. We might as well just finish up with Connecticut here before we get to the Hudson Valley. Let me go to the cameras. Let's see what this works, if any of the cameras work. And again, sometimes these cameras don't work either because of the heat. So looks like the DOT cameras are down for the time being. So with that said, we are now at 7:45. Let's go and we'll take a look at our weather here, and we'll take a quick break and return on the other side of 7:50 with rest of the morning commute as we get up towards 8 o'clock here on a gorgeous but warm early Tuesday morning. All right, so let's talk to you about the forecast here for today. And this is from our friend John Rocco, and he's a Rutgers meteorology student, president of the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club. And you can follow him on Twitter at John Rocco, JONROCCO WX for the latest updates throughout the day after we finish and conclude our broadcast. All right, so a warm start this morning with some golden sunshine out there. Temps are, as you can see here, starting things off in New Jersey in towards the, lower 70s to upper 70s, 75 in Newark, maybe a little cooler down the shore, 68 in Atlantic City, 70 out towards Cape May. So, again, a little bit of a sea breeze there. Boy, it's got to be just gorgeous heading out to Cape May, Stone Harbor, Avalon, going out to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. And boy, that has got to be absolutely fantastic. Nice. Have a nice breakfast out there, a nice sea breeze. So we'll go to the five boroughs again into the mid to upper 70s, starting things off on this Tuesday. Lower 70s across Long Island, a couple of 72s there and a 73 in Farmingville. On over to the Hudson Valley, a little cooler out towards Middletown, Orange County at 70, 74 in Monroe, and 75 in Yonkers, and then low 70s across the board here in southwestern Connecticut. Let's take a look at John's forecast for today. Mainly sunny and hot, right? Buster Poindexter, David Johansen, right? So looking at to the lower 90s, but a little cooler along the shoreline, about 82 in Atlantic City, and I'm sure places like Point Pleasant, Seaside Heights, Long Beach Island are definitely going to be a little bit of a cooler start to or the rest of today, I should say. But again, stay hydrated, take frequent breaks if you have to work outdoors, and certainly never leave children or pets in the car. And that's even if the windows are open. Again, with these very, very warm temperatures. And as Sean said, in the mid 90s inland and low to mid 80s at the beaches, and the UV index is very high. So definitely don't forget the sunscreen, all important, even if you have the sunscreen with the chapstick. That's always helpful as well. So don't forget those little spots, even like the back of your ears, the back of your neck. If you're just out there enjoying the warm weather, sometimes you forget about those spots. So let's go back to the slides here as we take a look at his weather threats potential for the upcoming week. Today, obviously hot. Some evening storms are certainly possible for tomorrow, as well as on to Thursday. But Friday, Saturday are looking good, and temperatures can be a little much cooler. Not much cooler, but certainly cooler than 93, 94, 95 degrees. Let's take a look at John's exclusive 7-day forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. 95 today. The potential for some evening storms coming in at 76 on Wednesday, so a little cooler tomorrow. About 80 or so, again, with a chance with some PM showers there as that cold front is making its way through. But then look what it does here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just golden sunshine, 78, 77 for Saturday, and 75 for Sunday, and 76 for Monday. Now, that is just a top 10 weekend right there. Perfect for getting out for some golf, or maybe even heading out towards the boardwalk, because that's, it's a little bit of low humidity. It's probably going to be a little bit cooler down the shore. Boy, that's just absolutely spectacular for this upcoming weekend. But you got to get through the heat today. So again, be very careful, stay in air-conditioned areas. And definitely you want to stay hydrated. So again, once again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Darley, let me just bring up Darley's picture here. As you can see it in the top right corner. But again, there's her show. Travels with Darley. She's on Wonderum, Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, as well as PBS Create. And definitely join her for her upcoming virtual program called Destination Cities. That's Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's happening this Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 to 8:30. And to get tickets, you can see the web link there, or the website. Web link. What is this, 1997? So that is going to be the website there. Also, if you'd like to go, Darley has so graciously given me some tickets to give away for some of our friends watching the Tri-State Traffic Show. Certainly go ahead and leave a comment there in the comment section on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and Twitch if you'd like to go. Once again, this is the program here, Destination City, Santa Fe. Now, she told me about the kimonos there. Something with the Japanese culture in Santa Fe. So certainly something to find out about if you're interested in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And also, if you're not familiar with Darley's program, here's a little trailer for Season 9, which is on the air right now.
I'm Darlene Newman, and we're in Albany, New York, Charleston, South Carolina, Selma, Alabama, Colorado, Hayward, Wisconsin, at the site of the Lumberjack World Championships.
We're road tripping across the USA on epic trails for adventure.
If I were on the battlefield, I would have run.
Cuisine.
It smells really good. Wow.
You got one?
I got a jalapeno in there.
History.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
Dr. Martin Luther King delivering his amazing "How long, not long" speech.
And culture.
Where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Discover what's in your own backyard on an all-new season of Travels with Darlie.
These are good. Cattails, who knew? Wow, 6th generation.
Yes.
Amazing.
120 proof smooth, right?
1, 2, 3.
That's just a little look at Travels with Darlie, her great program there on PBS Create, again, Wondrum, as well as Amazon Prime and Ovation TV's Journey. But this is her upcoming program. If you'd like to go, certainly leave me a comment on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. We'll get you hooked up with some tickets. Again, that's on Santa Fe, New Mexico, this Thursday from 7 to 8:30. All right, so let's go back to the roads here this morning, and we are in pretty tough shape in certain parts of New Jersey, but we want to focus in on the Hudson Valley. We have not got to the Hudson Valley just yet. This morning, we're already at 7:51, but it's just been so much going on in New Jersey at this point, and over towards the city. So we go east along 287. It's a slow ride here, getting east of the Thruway. Kind of normal stuff out through White Plains. Also, the Thruway here in Rockland County going south of 14. We'll go south out of Spring Valley on over towards 13 into 12 is a heavy ride to get up towards Orange County. It looks pretty good along 84 here out through Middletown, Port Jervis. So is the Thruway on over towards Route 6. Up towards the Beacon Bridge, we're in good shape. So is Upper Westchester. Lower Dutchess is fine, but look at Brewster. 684 really getting pretty hit hard here on 684 south of 84 into the Katona area, but that's usually what happens for the morning commute. And then westbound on 84, we're seeing a lot of delays as well as you head out of the Connecticut state line. So again, just a lot of traffic out here this morning. Not quite sure why, but we're seeing just a lot of volume here. And then looks like we may have a crash here on the Sprain. So let's go to the incident list. Oh, New Jersey, my home state. Wow, we're seeing a lot of stuff there. So let's go back here. Okay, so this just happened here on the NET. So this is going to be northbound after 18B. We'll go to that in a minute. Vehicle fire to Taconic. South of 14 in Yorktown, 2 lanes are blocked there, and then more property damage going north at exit for Route 23 there. So look for that as well. So now there's another broken down vehicle on the BQE at Broadway. Sprain here, another crash south of Bradhurst Avenue, Mount Pleasant. Wow, it is awfully busy. I don't know if people are just driving too fast or what the deal is here. This is backed up all the way through Hawthorne. On the what is that? What did I say that was? The Sprain? Yeah, the Sprain. So maybe stay with the Sawmill instead if you can. And it is just really just popping off here this morning. I don't know why. Gosh. Here's that secondary crash on the Sprain. By Mohansick Avenue, Baldwin Road. That's the Baldwin Road crash here along the Sprain. So look for that's Taconic, or what is this? Wait. Hold on. I think I've got my parkways mixed up. Taconic Parkway. Taconic Sprain, Sawmill, Bronxboro Parkway. So many parkways in Lower Westchester, right? Let's go to the crash here on the New England Thruway by 18B. So let's widen this map up just a bit. Let's see what kind of trouble that is causing here at 18B. I think there's cameras there, so let's do this. We go there. And let's just check that out in real time, shall we? We go over to the New England Thruway here this morning. Let's just, I see someone commented here, but I just want to show you this first before we get to the comments. Let's just see what we've got. This is by 18A. I don't see anything there because it's shooting more of the overpass. So this is at Fenimore Road. That's a little bit heavy heading north there into that crash at 18B. So yeah, so look for that. Let's just go back to the Google Maps. Google it up. Yeah. So this is just past Mamaroneck Avenue and 18B. We've got 2 lanes shut there here at 7:55. So again, a tough ride throughout the Hudson Valley here this morning. In the Cross County, we're seeing a lot of traffic as well in either direction from the Sawmill on over to the Hutch. More traffic here on the Hutch getting south of 287. So people, as they're waking up here this morning, are starting to get up and running. Auntie Anna says, stay cool, everybody, and buenos dias. Good morning to you. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. And Anna, if you'd like tickets to Darley's program on Santa Fe, just leave me a comment there. We'll get you all hooked up with some tickets, or anybody else who's watching. If you like tickets, just go ahead and post up a comment here this morning. So what are we going to do? Let's check in with Metro North again. Let's refresh that for our friends here in the Hudson Valley and Connecticut. Just take a look at the story here. Metro North, the Pascagoula Valley line plans substitute busing. Again, that's until late June, and that's going to be from about an hour from now till 3 o'clock on the Pascagoula Valley line between Spring Valley and Secaucus Junction. So again, you kind of know the drill there if you normally take the Pascagoula Valley line here this morning or for the late morning hours. Yeah, so that's really about it for the train situation at this point. You know what we do? Let's go for a fresh refresh of the fresh refresh. Let's make t-shirts saying fresh refresh of the current temperatures out here as we get closer to the top of the 8 o'clock hour, and we'll do a reset and get things set up now. So reporting stations here out on the island have reported in for about the last hour, but they're saying fair skies at 76. EWR coming in a little warmer now, getting closer to 82 degrees, and 67 in Somerville, but that was an hour old. Fresh update there from Teterboro at 80. So it's starting to cook up fairly nicely here already, and it's only almost 8 o'clock. And we're starting to see some of these temperatures really starting to jump off the map. So I wouldn't be surprised by 10 o'clock or so, or into the mid 80s or so in certain areas. But again, this is the latest as far as the reporting stations are coming in. Let me just hit the refresh button again. Let's see if we can get some fresh numbers out of the island, Farmingdale, and Shirley. Let's do that one more time. No, not yet. So, okay, so we're a little bit behind there. So again, 7:58 at a time. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We are sponsored this half hour once again by Darley Newman and Travels with Darley. And we are giving away some tickets to our upcoming virtual program, as you see it at the bottom of the screen. That's Thursday from 7 to 8:30. Destination cities. This time it's Santa Fe, New Mexico. If you're looking for information on Santa Fe, you're going to be in the right place. Again, you can get tickets there, or you can get a few tickets from me as well. So anybody who would like tickets, post up in the comments here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, and we'll pass your information over to the staff of Travels with Darley. As we get closer to that program, hopefully we can give away some more tickets today and tomorrow and Wednesday and even for Thursday. All right. So with that said, here this morning, it's bringing the music here at 8 o'clock. And good morning, everybody. Down here in the Tri-State Traffic Show. Traffic Center. Welcome to this Tuesday. As I start off the broadcast at 7 o'clock saying it's a Monday. Wow. Just all over the map here. It was a fairly busy weekend. I was covering some Memorial Day parades here locally, so just a lot of editing and lots of videotaping, as the kids say, right? There's no videotape anymore, but it's all shot on SD cards. But nonetheless, had a good time here at my local parade. in town. So, but it was a hot one, no question about that. It warmed up fairly quickly yesterday. So hopefully had a great and safe Memorial Day and was able to get out to some of the services and Memorial Day parades yesterday to honor our heroes that have fallen for the freedoms of this country. So 8 o'clock is our time. And again, we are sponsored this half hour this morning by Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. I should probably give him a call. We should probably get Ralph on the show. He works this, these hours that, he's there in the shop until 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and then has a fairly substantial commute to head home. So he doesn't get home until awfully late and then doesn't really get up early. So we'll see what we can do to try to get Ralph on the program, get him on the phone, and just have him say a big hello to everybody. But I'm sure he was extremely busy this weekend. I'm sure today it's just going to be jumping at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. And it's probably going to be just out the door as it usually is once we get these really warm temperatures. So if you're in the New Jersey area, beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey, stop on by, tell Ralph I said hello, and tell him I sent you, and get out and get some of the best homemade ice cream in the tri-state area. All right. So with that said, the reason why you're here is to listen to me talk about delicious ice cream right at 8 o'clock. Again, I'm getting hungry. I haven't had breakfast here this morning, but it is really starting to jump off the maps here, literally, with a lot of things. We go back to New Jersey once again, and New Jersey has really been the biggest hotspot here this morning. A lot going on. So let's go back to the incident list. Oh, boy. Here we go. Oofa. Look out. Oh, boy. Gosh, look at this. 17 now is shut. Okay. Jackknife tractor trailer. Wow. So jackknife here, southbound 17, south of Lake Street and Upper Saddle River. All lanes are shut. We've got a vehicle fire going west on 80, a lane down there at 206. And then another crash east on 80 in Wharton at Route 15. We've got this flipped over tractor trailer with only a lane squeezing by on the northbound side of 19 at Stiles and Linden. Another exiting for 127 off the Parkway. We've got 206 is shut here. South of 517, and who says that traffic in New Jersey isn't important, right? So we will go to what is this here? Another crash on the Parkway, local lanes northbound south of the Cheesequake Rest area, or the Bon Jovi Rest area. We've got to get that proper. So if again, I'm going to open up the comments again here this morning. So let's do that. Whoa, there we go. There's our comments. And again, if you'd like tickets to Darley's virtual program, certainly let me know. So we will go here this morning. Let's go to 127. Let's check up that ride. So again, whatever that was taking out the left lane, that is now gone. There was another earlier issue on Route 9 as well. Let's come down to the Cheesequake Rest area. I don't know if this camera is working. No, it's going to be here. Yeah. So Bon Jovi Rest area is off to the left. That's this exit here for the rest service area. So we are going to, let's just get this straight now. There's just so much going on. So all lanes are open. Okay, vehicles on the left shoulder, and it's on the local side. That would be the far right in that picture. So that makes sense there. I think this other Parkway crash here at exit 127, we showed you that camera in real time. I think that is now gone here at 804. Let's go to boy, where do we start? Let's go back to the flipped over tractor trailer. This is becoming a real issue now. We are well back through Rahway at this point. Let's bring up the cameras now. Let's see what we see. I'll see you when I see you. Still, nobody's giving me an answer to what that was in the comments. Somebody's got to know where that movie is from. Please tell me. I know, but I'm just trying to see what our knowledge of all kinds of stupid trivia is, because that's kind of where my wheelhouse is. All right, so we got a lot of crews on scene here. Again, hopefully no one's injured, but that is going to be, let's just blow this camera up just a little bit, kind of give you the better idea where we are. So this is going to be 19 going north out by the Aviation Plaza Shopping Center. If you're familiar with Linden, this is out by the AMC Movie Theater, the Dragonfly Restaurant. Here this morning, I think there's a Home Depot in that lot as well. This is out by the airport, by Linden Airport. The tractor trailer, I think, is what this kind of shadowy figure is here in the distance. So I don't think that they were able to put that back onto its wheels that quick. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's a little tough to see. But again, they're cross shooting up here to the area of Stiles Street. That's where that cross street is. Now, again, I think this is Stiles here now. I think I'm mistaken. This may be Wood. Got the camera really zoomed in, and the camera at Aviation Plaza is really not that far from Stiles Street. So again, a lot of activity here. Don't know if there's a fuel spill or any of that involved as well, but again, that's really jamming that ride up. So we will go to the cameras. Let's see where the ride is here at East Grand in Rahway. Let's see what's going on there in real time. Hopefully we can get that camera to work. And the answer is no, yes. So this is going northbound here this morning. How does it do that? Just roll the cameras. So this is north here out by the Wawa in East Grand. And so that's going to probably run you another 20-25 minutes plus or so, maybe a half an hour just to get up to that area. So let's go through some of the alternates for some of our friends there in that section of Union County. So the first of all, the Parkway is busy out of Clark 135 up into the construction all the way up to Irvington and exit 143. So our issues are going to be right in here. This is by Wheeler Park. So the accident is right in here at the interchange with Stiles Street. So our camera, the first camera I showed you was right here in this area looking this way. This is the shopping center. Here's Linden Airport, if you're familiar with the area. But here's our delays through Rahway as you come out of East Grand. Now, you could head over to St. George's Avenue or Elizabeth Avenue if you're coming out of Rahway here this morning, up through Lawrence Street here, passing Merck, and then getting out to, again, Elizabeth Avenue, or you can make your way over to St. George's Avenue, which is going to get you past that altogether. But again, we're local streets here, and friends, we still have school in session. It's 8:07 already. So yeah, so that's going to be the best option for you there. Basically some local streets onto St. George's Avenue. Let's continue on now. Let's go back to the incident list, because it seems like every time we go ahead and look at the list, it just gets busier and busier by the minute. We want to go to, let's see. There was that crash on the turnpike, but it looks like that has dropped here. So, all right, so north at the Union Tolls, we got a lane down there. Again, 206 is shut there in Andover, heading northbound south of 517. Earlier issue on Route 9 is gone. Yes, that is out of the way. Now some trouble up to the George Washington Bridge on the express lanes just north of Route 4 in Englewood. We've got a lane down there. Again, you saw that crash. It's 17. Let's go to the 80. Let's go to the 280 issues here. Let's just see if we can see anything with the cameras. I don't believe we can, because I think we're too far in either direction from where this is. So this is going west. That would be on the left coming towards us, but I don't see anything there. Again, we're too far to the west for that to take place. So that is that issue again. Vehicle fire still being cleared on 80, just east of exit 27. We've got a lane down there. And then we have a secondary crash on 80 east at 15 and exit 34. So let's bring up that camera. We'll see if that one is working here in real time. Let's just see what we see. Hopefully they can see something with this camera. So yeah, so this is eastbound coming towards us. It's right here in the center top left of the screen. Camera's not that great, so even if I blow it up, you're just going to look at, a messy picture. But yeah, there's definitely something going on there. So let's just see what they're saying. This is going to be closing they're saying the left lane. To me, I didn't see what was the left lane, but okay, so it's the left lane closed up there. The other issue is on Route 17. We're getting word that that is completely shut as well with a fuel spill south of Lake Street and Upper Saddle River. So let's go there. Wow, I can't believe how busy it is for a Tuesday morning. Unbelievable. So here it is. Coming out of the Ramsey area this morning. Let's see where we're at. It's a 17 here. Actually in Allendale, really. South of, they're saying, let's just see here. South of Lake Street. So that's where everything is shut with that fuel spill. So everyone's being forced over to Franklin Turnpike. That's where we're seeing a lot of that extra traffic here this morning up by the Ramsey Golf Club. So that's going to come down into Allendale proper. So be careful. Again, that's just one lane getting through that section on Franklin Turnpike, but this 17 delay is backed all the way through Ramsey. So from Ramsey to Upper Saddle River, again, we're looking at that full closure of 17 south of Lake Street. Everything is out of service. And then north coming into the same area from East Allendale Avenue is really heavy with looks like maybe another crash here. That could be some rubbernecking, delays. I mean, a rubbernecking crash because of the situation there as everyone's stopping to take a look at what's going on here this morning. So tough ride for our friends in Allendale, Upper Saddle River, and Ramsey this morning is starting to see a lot of traffic. And I have a feeling that's potentially why 287 is a little busy getting south of the Mahwah area as word is getting out. The 17 is shut. Some coming, let's say, out of Rockland, Orange County are sticking with southbound 287 as the proper play, or even if you're in Mahwah, if you can go up and then because you got to turn around to come back down 287 south, that is certainly going to help you out greatly. Take a look at 208. We're pretty busy here into Maple Avenue, and then 17 both ways at Essex Street and Lodi is a lot of traffic. Some more volume building here on 21 up into the 2046 interchange, both ways of the Parkway in Bloomfield is heavy. Turnpike Eastern and Western spurs are looking pretty good here. And the Turnpike from 13 up to 14 and this whole interchange, this mess here east on 78 to the Bay Bridge with sun glare is just a mess. West on 78, heavy west of the Parkway out to Vauxhall Road. Then we're starting to pick up more volume on 24 out by the Short Hills Mall. The mall is Short Hills. Have to get that right. East on 24 is pretty busy out through Columbia Turnpike. And then west on 80 is starting to pick up more volume there, getting out to 287. But 78 has been looking good. Once you clear Springfield, everything is fine there. 287 is heavy in the Edison area as you come up from exits off of 441 to 2, and then both ways here at Route 28 in the Somerville area. Watch for some delays there at exit 13. And then north on the Parkway, again, we're heavy from Cheesequake from that earlier crash there, and then getting up and over the Driscoll Bridge because the earlier problems there at 127. But the Parkway through Monmouth County looks good. So does the Turnpike, and same thing with Route 9. But look at this Parkway. Wow, we're seeing a lot of friends here. This is really the story. We're seeing a lot of our friends leaving the shore here this morning instead of yesterday where we saw like 30 miles of traffic on that Parkway. So we'll say north of about I'd say, let's just see what this is. This exit 80 for Lacey Road. Let's just check this out in real time. Come on. What is this? 74. I'm sorry. There's a bunch of exits there that are missing. So we'll go 74 all the way up to exit 91. So with that said, let's go to also a new crash now on westbound 195 here in Hamilton. So that's going to affect our State House workers heading back for the first day after the long weekend. So budget your time accordingly coming out of Monmouth County. Let's just see if this camera is working. Let's take a look. Look. Yes. Okay. Okay. So here it is on the far left. That is going to be going west into that location. There it is again on the far left. We're seeing a lot of traffic there on that westbound side of 195. Let's just see how far back that delay gets before I get to my travel time map. Probably a good day to head out to Great Adventure. It's going to be a hot one though. Ooh. West in towards the Turnpike out to 130. So again, if you're watching us up a freehold here, or even points east out through Howell, and you use 195 to get to the State House, give yourself at least another 10 minutes now if you're ready to walk out the door, or 15 minutes if you can. Just forget the cup of coffee, extra cup, and take it with you to go. North on 29 is heavy into the Trenton Tunnel. Then north on the Turnpike, that accident has been cleared out by Interchange 7. We'll take a look at 55, 42. That's pretty much the crush of traffic there. So it's 295 both ways. Out through the Algio curve in towards 168. So again, just a normal commute there. Out to the Delaware Memorial Bridge, we're fine, and all the way down the shore on Route 9 and the Parkway out through Ocean City is good. Before we get to weather and a sponsor, we want to just want to bring you back to the homepage to show you the travel time maps here this morning. There it is. We go north on the Parkway. So let's check this out in real time. Whoa. There we go. Okay. So let's kind of unpack this very, very quickly here at 8:16 and 77 degrees now and clear in the traffic center. So we go to, let's see, 117 up to the Raritan tolls. That's running about 20 minutes there. That's because of those couple crashes by the exit for 287 and exit 127. So now this here from Long Beach Island at exit 63 to the Raritan tolls, this is should take you a little over an hour. We're running about 45 plus minutes of a delay, and certainly pick up even more traffic there. Again, it's all from exit 74 through 91 is just an absolute parking lot. Lots of our friends are leaving the shore points today instead of leaving yesterday. It's just was such a beautiful day yesterday, and it's going to be that way today as well. But this is what you have to sit in if you have to head home. Again, from 98 to the Raritan tolls, we're looking at about 15 extra minutes there via the local. I think I like the express lanes slightly better, a little more movement there. With that said, so let's take a break first, because I'm going to show you the cameras on the Parkway before we get too far behind in our schedule, and then we'll get back to the city in just a quick moment. So once again, we are sponsored by Travels with Darley here this morning, and you can see her information at the bottom of the screen. But we've got to bring on in John Rocco here for our forecast, and you can see it's already just golden sunshine. It's a hot day already in towards the mid 70s, as Johnny is saying here with his temperatures. So again, into the little cooler down the shore that started off in Atlantic City at 68, 70 in Cape May. But up towards the lower 70s, almost mid 70s. Again, we saw that last observation in Newark at 82 already. So really starting to cook out there. Into the 5 boroughs, temperatures are holding in towards the mid 70s or so this morning. Get a pair of 72 or quite a bit of 72s out here across Long Island. And then we head up towards the Hudson Valley with temps in towards the mid to upper 70s. Same thing here into the mid 70s or so throughout Western Connecticut. Let's take a look at John's forecast today. Mostly sunny and hot. Temperatures inland into the mid 90s, cooler along the shorelines into the lower 80s or so, 82 in Atlantic City. So it's going to be really a nice beach day to get out. And don't forget that sunscreen UV index is at pretty much maximum tilt there. So again, just be careful with the sunscreen. 85 in Islip and 86 in up towards southwestern Connecticut, even up towards Morris, Sussex County, Andover, coming in at a robust 91. So again, today is going to be awfully hot. Stay hydrated. Don't leave any kids or pets in the back of your car, even with the windows open for not even 2 seconds. Don't even think about that. It's just crazy idea. Don't even think about it. Even honestly, even with the Teslas that have the feature where it says that the car is cooling off and whatnot, you know what? On days like today, whatever, if you can do it, just leave the dog at home. Just leave the dog at home, please. I mean, let them stay cool and make sure their paws and whatnot are protected from the hot surfaces, the sidewalks and the roads and whatnot, because they can burn those pads and those paws there very, very quickly. As we continue the potential weather threats here for the rest of the week. Again, today, hot evening storms potential for tomorrow. Same thing into Thursday. But as that cold front comes through, it's going to kind of sanitize the air, take out some of the humidity, and going to bring down those temperatures just a bit to some more I dare say manageable or comfortable temperatures. And here's John's exclusive 7-day forecast for the Tri-State Traffic Show. So 95 today. We've got evening storms at 76 for Wednesday, coming in at 80 for Thursday, 78, 77 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. So just setting up the looks to be like a really gorgeous weekend across the tri-state area. So again, this is for New Jersey, but again, pretty much for the entire area. 78, 77, 75 on Sunday, and 76 on Monday. So once we get past this kind of heat and humidity here for today, again, we have the potential for some storms for tomorrow and Thursday, but kind of in that summertime pattern for the next couple of days. But then after that, we clear into Friday, things are going to be settling down just a bit and temperatures cooling off as well. And again, this is from our friend John Rocco. He's the Rutgers meteorology student, and you can find him on Twitter at John Rocco WX. Now, once again, we are brought to you in part by Travels with Darley. Watch her on PBS Create, as well as on Prime and Wondrum. And you can also see her on Ovation TV's Journey and join her for her next virtual program coming up on Thursday, this Thursday, June the 2nd, from 7 to 8:30. And that's going to be about Santa Fe, New Mexico. Again, it's a virtual program. And if you'd like tickets, I have some tickets to give away to you. So certainly leave a comment up there on Facebook, Twitter, as well as on Twitch. And we'll hook you up with the staff over at Travels Darley for some free tickets for this Thursday's virtual program on Destinations Santa Fe. And if you aren't familiar, with Darley's program, here's a little sample of what Travels with Darley is all about.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, exploring California's Central Coast at an elephant seal rookery.
Even I was surprised at what you can discover when you ask a local to guide you through a new destination.
Okay, this looks a little dangerous.
Yes.
Wild to be in an ice cave in North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Maybe deep in your soul, there's a spot that remembers how it was back in the villages.
From a classic American road trip to a national park with presidential ties, we're exploring California, North Dakota, France, Virginia, and beyond on a brand new season of Travels with Darley.
Able Stever. I guess you gotta be a little hardcore to come out and do this trail.
North Dakotans are hardy people, and the Mta Trail represents that well.
It's fun. I'm not sure how I'm getting back. I'll just ride home like this.
So that's just a little sample of Travels with Darley. Again, if you haven't seen her show, certainly check it out on Amazon Prime, as well as PBS Create, Wondrum, and also Ovation TV's Journey. And we're giving away some tickets here to our upcoming virtual program called Destination Cities. That's beginning this Thursday at 7 p.m. And if you'd like some tickets there, go ahead and leave us a comment on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. And certainly go ahead and we'll get you hooked up with some tickets there. All right, so we're going to go back to the action across the tri-state area. I want to say a big good morning to my good friend Justin Godnick, watching us from down the shore. And he's also saying that it's going to be very hot, concurring with Mr. John Rocco, like Crimson Tide, right? I concur. So Justin, good morning to you, buddy. Always good to see you. Thanks for the support here for the Tri-State Traffic Show, my friend. And we have to get together very soon and play a little round of golf. Today may not be the best day to go out and play golf, or unless you like it really hot. Then certainly, go out there and do your thing. But it's just way too hot for me to go out and play golf. We have to wait till it cools off just a bit to get out there on the links. But again, Justin, appreciate the support here, and thanks for saying hello here on the Tri-State Traffic Show on this warm, early Tuesday morning. All right, so these are your travel times down the shore, and again, Justin lives down the shore, so he's no stranger to these delays coming off Memorial Day holiday weekend. So we'll go from exit 63 on the local side, about an hour 42. It should take you a little over an hour. So looking at about 45 minutes there. But an extra 30 minutes. Again, the express lanes is going to save you maybe about 10 minutes tops. But really after not much else. So that's going to be just in this area. I mean, look at this. I mean, yesterday you saw that traffic was just, I mean, it's like 30 some odd plus miles of traffic heading up into the shore points, and just an absolute parking lot. Again, just a lot of stuff there getting on up in towards 195. But once you clear 195, we're fine at exit 98. It says westbound 195 has got me really concerned because, we're just coming back off the holiday weekend for our State House workers, and this is not what you want to see on the approach into the 29 area. So we're back to well east now of the turnpike. Let's just go back to the incident list and we'll check this out. Let's just see here. We will come over here. We got the 17 issue. Here it is. So now it's on the right shoulder. We're saying that this is blocked off. So we go back here to 130. No. Oh, come on. There we go. There it is. And let's just check this out. Let's just see what that delay is here on the westbound side. Yes, so it's on the right shoulder, but again, a lot of our friends are stopping to look at that, so that's going to add about another 10 to 15 minutes. Again, it's 8:26. If you have to be at the State House for work at 9 o'clock, you've got to leave now, obviously depending on where you are. If you're watching us east of this through Howell, through Freehold, Upper Freehold, Jackson, please leave early because this is really busy here into the turnpike. Saving thing here is that once you get onto 29, it's not as bad because of the holdback of traffic. But now eastbound, we're starting to see a lot of rubbernecking delays as well. All right, so fairly busy ride here in Central and South Jersey this morning. Back up towards the Parkway across the Driscoll Bridge. We're still pretty heavy from those earlier problems with 127. And then west along, west. Ooh. I think it's the heat here in the traffic center. It's going to be northbound on 287 in Edison is pretty busy, but the Parkway is settling down a little bit here through Clark in the Cranford area. So the turnpike is moving fine. Again, here's the 19 issue. As you come up towards Aviation Plaza and the old GM plant out by the Linden Airport. So it's just before Stiles Street with that flipped over tractor trailer still being cleared. If you can get yourself over towards St. George's Avenue, is going to be a much easier ride for you. North on the turnpike is heavy from 13 to 14, although I'm starting to see a little bit of red here on westbound 22. And there we go. That's what I thought was a crash here out at Rock Avenue. So let's go to that. Again, there's just so much happening in New Jersey, so I apologize for anybody watching out on Long Island or the city at this point. We'll get to that in a moment. We're going to do another reset here at 8:30, and we'll see how things are taking place in the city and Long Island, and then we'll go to Connecticut and the Hudson Valley. So we want to go to the cameras because there are cameras along Route 22. So let's spin things here to US 22. See what we've got. US 22 is at the bottom of the list. Come on. There we go. So is there one at Rock? I don't know if there's one at Rock Ave. Let's see. Thompson Avenue here in Boundbrook. I think we're shooting a little bit to the one side here. No, that's not going to do me any good. So let's continue on. You know what? Let's just do this with the cameras highlighted. Far over. We went a little bit too far west. That's Mountain Avenue. Greenbrook Road. No. Mountain Way. No. Warrenville Road. I don't know why there's a camera there. Washington Avenue. So now we're in Greenbrook. Let's just see if we can find this. West End Avenue. That's in North Plainfield. That's in Somerset Street. So I don't think there's a camera. Well, let's just check out the ride at Washington. See what that looks like. That's okay. That's west. That's moving away from us. And then let's head over here. Greenbrook Road. Sebrings Mill Road, excuse me. So that looks okay as well. Let's just go back to the maps to see where we're at. Rock Avenue section fairly well. Oh, okay. This is on the border of North Plainfield and getting into Greenbrook at that point. Yeah. Okay. It's out by the it's just past the Costco and the McDonald's and Global Auto. That's where we are at. So we got a crash there being reported, but 78 is looking good here at 829. It's amazing absolutely amazing how fast time has gone by already because it's just so busy out here. It's crazy. East on 80, getting east of exit 28 all the way through 15. Still cleaning up that crash with the left lane shut down there. So that's a mess. Then 46 is now picking up extra traffic. So is eastbound Route 10 through Succassana or Roxbury. My good friend Zach out there watching us in Roxbury. Good morning to you, buddy. It's always great working with you, and hopefully we can get you here on the Tri-State Traffic Show as well. Could use a little producing as evident of me rambling all over the joint. But anyway, westbound on 80, getting west at 280 is a little bit slow. So is 24 east of 287. Again, typical stuff there. So let's see what. So Justin just came in here and said, "Hey Don, heading south on the Parkway shortly. I know there's long-term construction on southbound by 114. Any slowdowns now? All right, buddy. Let's check it out for you. We'll go here. So southbound through 114 looks really good. JG looking not bad just after the Art Center through Homedale. So there it is, right in through here. Here's 117 further south by the Art Center. Let's bring up the Art Center. We'll show you that. There's your Molly Pitcher Inn. One of the best weddings was Justin's at the Molly Pitcher Inn. The food was outstanding. I've never been to a better wedding that had better food than that Molly Pitcher Inn. Like real food, you know what I'm saying? Like sliders and milkshakes and things like that. Like real time, real people food, not this fancy fluffy stuff or whatever you get at these stuffy sit down weddings or whatever. That was the best wedding food I've ever had, and right now that tops the list. So you're good here along the Parkway this morning as you head south into Route 18. So all is going to be clear again. It's just for our friends trying to make the escape out of the shore area. Wow, look at that through Tom's River. Unbelievable. Wow, a mess. Now, something else has happened in that location, but I think it's just a ton of volume. Really else than to warrant anything more than that. And again, we still have the issues here along Route 17, closed up here, getting south into Lake Street in Allendale, south of Ramsey, Saddlebrook, and then it's going to be along Franklin Turnpike is picking up all the extra traffic as well, heading out towards East Crescent Avenue. So look for that. Big problems there. All right, so a little bit past 8:30 now. We'll get a last and final check of our forecast coming up in just a couple of moments, but I need to play master control and technical director. I want to say hello to my good buddy Matty Weisner there this morning. One of the best TDs that I've worked with in this TV business. Let's where am I going here? Where am I going? So we are still with Darley here this morning, although I think it was supposed to be Rouse. All right, so we're gonna switch gears here. So this half hour now is sponsored by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. My good friend Ralph over there on North Avenue West in beautiful downtown Cranford, 908-272-3000, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. I think I'm even maybe going to stop in myself later on this afternoon and go over and say hello to Ralph here and maybe get some pictures of some of his newer flavors and put those on the broadcast for tomorrow. Maybe we can do a little quick interview with Ralph later today. That'll be fun. We'll see. All right, so let's go back here and we put up, because it's my show, it's my rules. I can do what I want. So there we go, right? So I don't have to worry about somebody saying, oh, you got 30 seconds of traffic. Get that. Give you 3 minutes. That's what you want here in the Tri-State Traffic Show. So again, we're sponsored by Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. And why not? Let me put myself on camera. Hi, there we go. No, I'm not dialing out here with the heat because it is awfully hot. Let's bring in some music, right? We'll round out this last half hour of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Again, it's a hot one. Already almost 80 degrees here in the Tri-State Traffic Center. It feels like 95 in this apartment. Whew. Wow. It is awfully stuffy here, but hopefully the air conditioning will kick in here shortly. I hear it. Let's see. There we go. All right. So some cooling, raw cooling power, as Kramer said, right? And on Seinfeld. So once again, you can email the show there at tristatetrafficshow@gmail. And we're also giving away those tickets to Darley's virtual program. So if you would like some tickets to the program, let me just bring this up very quickly. There it is for Santa Fe, Thursday, June the 2nd from 7 until 8:30. Again, it's going to be a fun show. I'll be attending as well. And I do have some tickets to give away. So if you'd like to go to that program, again, hit me up on the comments on YouTube, Facebook, as well as on Twitch. All right. So with that said, hi. The Hawaiian shirts are definitely in the order for today because it is awfully going to be just a awfully warm day here across the board. So with that said, let's go back to the action across the tri-state area. Again, things are really still heating up in New Jersey, but we want to go to the city now because we missed them on the last pass here. Again, this is what we do in the Tri-State Traffic Show. You know, wherever it's needed more attention than the 30 seconds, as in years past, we're going to give it to you. And that's the reason why you're coming here to the Tri-State Traffic Show, right? Totally. So we'll start off on Staten Island. So north up towards Arden Avenue is busy along the West Shore, east on the Staten Island Expressway. We're sluggish here from from the West Shore all the way out to the Verrazano. And then look at the Bell Parkway going downhill quickly as we head east of the Verrazano out through Cropsey Avenue. And then the westbound side, essentially from the airport, really from Sunrise Highway, just a long line of traffic all the way out to just before Bay Parkway. Kind of breaks up there. Then east is heavy out through Mill Basin. It's just a remarkable thing that they rebuilt that Mill Basin drawbridge and we still have all this traffic. It didn't do anything to alleviate the traffic other than the fact that the drawbridge, one, will never have to be up again because there's no drawbridge, and then two, that the drawbridge doesn't have to get stuck. I've got stuck so my father got stuck many of a time on that Bell Parkway out at the Mill Basin where that damn bridge just never went back down and got put back in the same spot. So, that's what, we have a bridge that's like 100 years old or something, but that's long gone. But boy, as they say, you build it, they will come, and they certainly are. So the inbound Gowanus is heavy straight up through Industry City. I think we still have this, let's just see, do we still have this crash here on the BQE? That's where I wanted to go next. Was that BQE, Brooklyn Queens Expressway. Let me see here. Again, our comments section is open. We've heard from Anna, Justin, as well as Alexandra. Always our first comments for the morning. Always great to get a great start with saying hello to Alexandra here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. We go to Sackett. So that crash is still there. Again, it's like, how do you get a emergency vehicle trying to get, into this location? What are you going to do? This is just what it is. So right now it looks like it's just a vehicle that's still left. We still have NYPD on scene, so you have to move over to the far right. So this one could be out there for, who knows, maybe another hour. I don't even know. Just trying to get some sort of a flatbed, a tow, or whatnot, a cleanup crew coming. They're probably just going to come off of Atlantic Avenue and get onto the BQE. But, what this has done to traffic is just horrific. We are all the way back to one left lane closed. Look at this. The left lane is closed here, and we were back like 7-8 miles back to Queens Boulevard. This is probably going to run you well over like 90 minutes or so just to get through this area. Look at this. It's not even moving at all. Just an absolute mess of traffic. Just incredible. Unbelievable. It's just like one of the worst spots anywhere in this stretch here because there is no shoulder, and it's almost like, it takes like an act of Congress in order to get somebody to come out to help you at times as far as like the tow truck, just because physically just trying to get something out there is just extremely difficult. Boy. Wow. So we will talk to you about the inbound side, which is now backed up all the way to Fort Hamilton Parkway. This is probably going to run you about 45 plus minutes. Everyone's stopping to take a look to see what's going on. But then after that, we're looking pretty good. And this is also affecting the Brooklyn Bridge back to Brooklyn. We're seeing about a 15-minute delay, about 15 at the Battery. The Williamsburg Bridge looking at about 10. Midtown Tunnel well over about 35 plus minutes. Look at this LIE. Just a mess Heading into the Queensboro Bridge, the Ed Koch about 15. The east side, though, some pockets of volume in through the lower 90s into the 70s. Same thing on the west side. Actually doesn't look bad. The hard drive here is just busy from 135th down to the RFK Triborough, but I've certainly seen worse at this time of the morning. We will go to, is that broken down trucks still there? Let's check it out. Why not? Because I have more than 30 seconds to show you what's going on, right? And no need to talk a mile a minute. Like that one guy used to do those commercials years ago. He's like the world's fastest talker or something like that. Sometimes you get that with traffic reports just because they're down. They don't give much time these days. Don't ask me why, but depends on what you're listening to or watching. We go here, and this. Oh. Okay. Let's just see where we're at. So this is north. This is the Alexander Hamilton. That's the Washington Bridge there. So that's heading away. So I don't think that box truck is gone because I do not see anything there. Let's just here at Depot Plaza. Yeah, they were zoomed it in here to show the box truck. So that's out of the way. But that gone. Hopefully it'll start to alleviate some of this traffic here this morning. But so we're well back onto the Bruckner westbound cross. Bronx is heavy out of the interchange on over to 3rd Avenue. Look at this Whitestone Bridge. Throgsneck Bridge is a mess. Wow, look at all of this red. Unbelievable how much traffic is out here. Wow. Boy. I just don't know where everyone is going here this morning. LIE both ways at Queens Boulevard, Woodhaven Boulevard, just a mess. Same thing here, a disaster we're getting between the Cross Island all the way out through to the Van Wyck, then the Grand Central. Just, you got nowhere to go both ways out at St. John's and the Van Wyck. I mean, you can never win with the Van Wyck. Getting up from Kennedy all the way into Q, and then so is the Cross Island. That's a ton of volume as well. Look, it's 842. Wow, just a lot of traffic out here. Wow, man, there's just a ton of stuff. And then the outbound Jackie has got something going on as it turns into Ocean Parkway. Let's just see that. Let's just see, where is it? Where are we? Parkway? I'm almost positive. I like no, Jamaica Avenue. No. Jamaica Avenue. Sorry. Yeah. So some trouble there. 8:42 is our time. Let's check in with the let's just see. We'll check in with the subways, do a refresh there. Hopefully Justin will be with us here for Johnny's forecast. Like, want to see what somebody thinks of John's maps. C train here, southbound B and C running delays. Remove the train, mechanical problems there from service at 81st and at the Museum of Natural History. So look for that. Go to the rails this morning. Take a look at Metro North and Long Island Railroad. So we're fine there. We're coming up on weather here in about 2 minutes time. So we go to Long Island. Let's go to the Long Island incident list. We come off the MTA. We go to the Long Island incidents here this morning. And yeah, Justin just posted here. Look at this. Wow. Parkway is northbound is a mess. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. Yeah, just a lot of folks leaving the shore. Just crazy stuff, right? All right, so Long Island's starting to heat up now. So we got a closure, overturned vehicle on the service road westbound at Lakeland Avenue in Suffolk, at the Smithtown Avenue, Locust Avenue. So that's on the service road. And then the westbound Southern, we got a crash at the Meadowbrook. So let's go to the maps with the cameras here. Come out of Lower Westchester. It's unbelievable. Where is everybody going? Can I mean, wow. Wow. And, like I said, people say, oh, traffic's not back, whatever. That's BS. And I'm going to keep it kid friendly here, as I don't want to get a flag from YouTube or something, right? Because I didn't mark it as kid friendly. But that New England Thruway crash, just while I'm on the camera at 18B, is just a parking lot. So that is heavy with a crash being cleared. We're going to go to the Southern, because even anything on the shoulder on the Southern, everybody and their mother's got to stop to look at it. We will go here. This is out at Nassau Road in 21. Let's see how slow that is. Yeah, that's really slow. Well, those cameras do look good for my friends over at Inform now that they went all digital. I was out there back in the day with analog cameras, and but they still worked, you know. I just need to see what's going on. But now with HD, it's the norm. But look at this mess both ways. Wow. You would think this is like a Friday afternoon. I mean, it's just, where is everybody going? I mean, it's like you can't build enough lanes on the Southern State Parkway. It's just crazy. It's unbelievable how the Southern State doesn't move. Wow. Wow. All right. So with that rambling on my machinations here on all kinds of crazy stuff, let's go to a check of the forecast, and let's check in. Meteorologist John Rocco, our meteorologist in training over there at Rutgers University. He is also the president of the Rutgers Weather Watchers Club. You can find Johnny on Twitter throughout the day with his updates. He posts quite frequently, especially after watching him here on the broadcast. We're going to get Johnny on the air. Just he's finishing up some commitments with Rutgers here, finishing out the semester. So certainly that's the most important thing. And again, we'll get Johnny on the big broadcast, hopefully in the next week or two. But he makes these great graphics, so it looks really good out there this morning. Already almost 80 degrees here in the Tri-State Traffic Center. So some golden sunshine out there. Bring along the sunglasses for the ride. You definitely have to bring along the sunscreen no matter where you're going. You know, it can burn extremely easy. The UV index is at like an all-time high today. It is just scorching. It is smoking out there. We go towards the commuter forecast. Again, these temps are well past this at this point. But this is what John was just saying here. Temps into the lower 70s to upper 70s up towards EWR. Mid 70s here in the 5 boroughs. And then we continue out to the island. Slightly cooler there, especially as you will eventually get out to Montauk Point. That's certainly going to be a little bit, more moderate here. And probably that will be out throughout the rest of the day. Hudson Valley into the mid 70s, Middletown, a little bit cooler there, starting off into the lower 70s and the lower 70s here in southwestern Connecticut. All right, here's Johnny's forecast for this hot Tuesday. Hot. We should be playing Buster Poindexter, right, as we do this, because this is what the deal is. Wow, getting a little taste of like August out there on this very last and final day of May. So low to mid 90s inland, let's say Cherry Hill, Trenton, Andover, a little cooler over to the shore points, Atlantic City, around in the lower 80s, same thing towards Seaside Heights, Long Beach Island, and again towards 93 in Central Park, and then 85 in towards middle Suffolk County, and then up towards the Hudson Valley and southwestern Connecticut. You still can't escape the heat there, into the upper 80s to lower 90s. Let's take a look at his weather potential threats for the next couple of days. We'll go towards some hot temperatures today, obviously, some evening storms potentially on Wednesday, and an afternoon shower on Thursday. And then it's going to kind of maybe sanitize the air. We'll put it in that lingo. Getting into Friday, Saturday, and in towards Sunday. So it looks like it's shaping up to be a fairly good weekend with temps as John's 7-day forecast, exclusive here to the Tri-State Traffic Show, my friends. 76 for tomorrow after we get past the heavy duty heat here for today, about 80 or so on Thursday. 78, 77, 75 on Sunday, just some golden sunshine, as well as probably a pretty good day to go out and play some golf, and even into next Monday at 76. So again, shaping up once we get past the heat here, more like late spring weather. Excuse me, I had to take a quick coughing break there. But nonetheless, we thank Johnny Rocco there. You can follow him on Twitter at John Rocco WX for our forecast. And hopefully on Monday, that's June the 6th, that's WWDC from Apple. Hopefully they will announce a new Apple Mac Mini, because we desperately need some new hardware here in the Tri-State Traffic Center, because I got the fan cranking here on the old computer, and just a little bit of that's a 8-9 year old computer, so we're probably lucky we have what we have, but make do what we got for the time being. And again, we are sponsored this half hour by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful downtown Cranford, 272-3000. That's a great phone number, right? 272-3000. It sounds like a sports line, first time, long time. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com is the website to go to get more information on Ralph over there again in beautiful historic Union County in New Jersey. Look at that Cookie Monster. I'm sure this is probably selling out across the board this weekend. I don't know. These days, I feel like Ralph sleeps at the shop. I mean, the poor guy probably doesn't even have a chance to even go home and rest for even 10 seconds. But on his feet for 17, 18 hours a day. But this is the bread and butter now. This is the kind of weather. This is what you look for. And you can see all that delicious ice cream, Cookie Monster, M&M Explosion. We go on over to the second dipping case here. He's got cotton candy as well as Oreo. He's got this, the staples, the Cord 3, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. And he makes these amazing flying saucers. Am I getting hungry or what? I'm sure Justin's probably getting hungry too. JG is always eating away, snacking away on something, right? So we've got these great flying saucers, the chip witches. Just great stuff. For the kids, for anybody really. He also makes these amazing sorbets. He has peach mango now. That's one of his newest flavors that he makes, along with the blood orange. The blood orange was fantastic. I mean, really nice and refreshing for a nice warm day. Let me bring in his website here because I want to show you this. We just want to come off of the banner here. Let's go to the brand. I'll get this right. There we go. And he makes these great cupcakes, really unique to the shop. These vanilla cupcakes with vanilla cake as well as some vanilla bean ice cream there. Really nice and small and easy on the diet, easy on the waistline, right? I still got to go to my physical coming up in a couple of weeks. And again, there's your ice cream sandwiches. And again, now we're into the graduation season. So we have Father's Day coming up in a couple of weeks. Go out and get a classic ice cream cake with those chocolate crunchies on the inside and pink or blue frosting and sprinkles and just great stuff with that nice ice cold soft serve ice cream. You can also make the cakes with any of the hard ice cream that he has in the dipping case, but a small round there serves 7 to 8, all the way up to 30 to 40 people. So if you are an ice cream lover like myself, this is the place to go. Once again, he's located on North Avenue for the locals here in New Jersey. That's State Highway 28, right next to the Garlic Rose, across from the clock. Not clock tower like in Back to the Future, but it is the clock. It's been, I think it's 35 years now for the clock. 1987 or 86. Maybe it's 36 years now. Whatever. Anyway, he's open from 12:30 to 9:30 Monday through Thursday until 10, Friday, Saturday until 9 p.m. on Sunday. So get out and get some great ice cream there. Some of the best around the tri-state area. And we thank Ralph for his great sponsorship of the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left in the big broadcast. Let's see where we're going to wrap things up here this morning. Let's just kind of go through the highlights. We want to go back up towards, no, I don't need groceries. No. There we go. All right. Let's go up to Connecticut now and check out the ride. I apologize for my good friends in southwestern Connecticut. We didn't get to you as much, but there was so much closures and things in New Jersey and the city that I had to attend to here at this point. So let's just go towards the incident map. But that ice cream looks good. I'm just getting really hungry. I think I'm going to head up to Ralph and say hello to Ralph. Later on today. So let's see, any incidents on 95, the north, again, the cameras were out there, but delays on the Merritt closure along Route 7. Okay. Let's go to the camera. Let's just see if they got the cameras working. And again, these cameras are electronics that are sitting outside. So they may have had some power issues there. Pretty much across the board, our cameras all the way up to Bridgeport are out. Yeah. Okay. So we're unable to show you that. So let's go back to the maps here. So again, it's north, again, 95 north of 13. The exit's been closed for some time. So south, we're straight out of, where are we? Straight out of Fairfield, we'll say about 19. 19 through about 5 is a mess, and so is the Merritt Parkway from about 41 all the way to 35, and then heavier from 44 to 41 there, and then heavy just south of 49 into 48 in Trumbull, and the 8 and 25 also seeing a lot of traffic as well here this morning. So pretty much typical fare for the most part. Let's go up to North Canaan and take a look at that Route 7 closure. Look at 84 here west through Newtown into Danbury. This is the parking lot. The Route 7 closure, it's kind of like a country road up that way, all towards North Canaan. So I don't really expect it to be. It's almost at the Massachusetts border. It's way up here, at least for our audience that I'm targeting. So yeah, it's getting into Route 44 with that. Okay, so oh boy, I just can't believe how busy today was. Just off the walls here. So let's go back to because I want to see what that New England Thruway crash is. There is crash with injuries after 18B. Go back to the maps here and let's just widen it up and then we zoom back in. Again, please, if you can, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'll help me out greatly. I was trying to be very ambitious to get to 1,000 subscribers. On Twitter, I have, almost 2,600 followers that, if I could get half of them to subscribe to the channel, we'll be humming along pretty nicely. But if you can, please tell all your friends, just subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just please, if you can, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's see if we can get to 100 here. We're in the mid 70s now. Let's see if we can get up to 100 by the end of the week. That'd be fantastic. I'd be eternally grateful if we get to 100, and then we march 100, subscribers at a time. It's just gotta be amazing to look at some of these YouTube folks out there that have 2.5 million and 800,000 subscribers. That's just crazy numbers, just absolutely crazy, and honestly, a lot of the YouTube content that's out there is better than what's on TV. Unfortunately, they canceled my favorite show, Magnum PI, but hopefully somebody else will pick that up because it was just too good of a show to leave on the shelf. So there's that New England Thruway issue here as we get in towards 18B. So we're back towards, I'm going to say New Rochelle, maybe through 16 or so. It's got to be careful there. And I think that's why the Hutch is picking up a lot of extra traffic, even more traffic than normal, heading up in towards Weaver Street and 125 because there's nothing reported on the Hutch. No, nothing being reported there on the Hutchinson River Parkway. East on 287 is fairly busy as well. Exits about 1 through 5. And then the southbound side, let's just check in with this on this issue on the Taconic. South of 117 is busy with that crash still being cleared. It's been out there for some time now along Bedford Road or just south of Bedford Road. So that is just putting a problem there for you. And then on the Rockland County Road, south on the Thruway, we'll go out of Spring Valley through 14, then sluggish into 13 down through 12 and across the Tappan Zee. As you make your way up here, you're trying to beat some of the heat, but I don't think that's going to be the case. It's just going to be a scorching southwestern blowtorch, right? I hope my buddy Jay Angle is still doing weather. He was one of the best to follow my years on TV. Boy, Jay Angle. Yeah. Wow. I hope he's watching. Hope he's doing well. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but that was his southwestern blowtorch. And he always loved using the word shellacked. We're getting shellacked. Unbelievable. My friends in the weather department. Yes. 20 plus years of following weather. Oh my gosh. So many stories. I should write a book, right? Maybe you shouldn't write the book. Maybe that's where we'll leave it at. I'm sure Justin will probably agree with me on that. South on 684 into Katona is pretty busy, but other than that, fairly starting to settle down fairly nicely. We're going to probably go into overtime here coming up on 9 o'clock this morning. I want to go back towards Jersey just to see if anything has settled down here at all. Let's just go back up here. Come on. There we go. So 17 is still has everything shut south of Lake Street. This overturned tractor on 19 out by Aviation Plaza. That's still banging up the ride there through Rawway. So we'll go here. Let's just see if it looks like it's just the one lane is shut. Yeah, it's just the far right lane. So hopefully this traffic will begin to ease up just a little bit for our friends in Rawway who've been really getting hit hard here, basically from East Grand by the Wawa heading up that location. And you can see what's happening in St. George's Avenue now. So drill down here and we go into that location. It's right in here, but St. George's Avenue is picking up a little more traffic than what it usually would be here at 9 o'clock. So if you're heading out for the mid-morning hours, just be careful. I think that cleanup probably going to take at least another half an hour to clean that up. And then 287, we're fairly busy here, coming off of 440 up to Edison. So look for that. I don't know if JG's is heading into the office here this morning, but his Parkway through Monmouth looks pretty good up till the Bon Jovi. But then we're slowly easing it out, but it's been taking a while. We're still just south of 80 up to 91. So still about 10 miles worth of traffic there this morning. 195 west, still pretty busy at 130 with the crash. Looks like that is cleared. 295 is good. 55 and 42, that's a fairly significant backup there. AC Expressway at the Parkway through Cape May, Wildwood, Avalon, Stone Harbor, Ocean City into Atlantic City looks great. Let's go to the traffic travel time maps, shall we, as we're in overtime. Hey, big kudos to the New York Rangers. Wow. What a decisive win in Game 7 in Raleigh last night. 6-2 beat the Hurricanes, come back from huge deficits there throughout the series, and they're playing probably some of the best hockey in the NHL right now. They're the hottest team on ice. And they are now going to face the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. That starts at the Garden tomorrow night. So we're going to do the Wednesday, Friday, Sunday schedule there for the New York Rangers. So got 2 to play this week at the Garden. So again, seems like Tampa Bay is always in like the finals. It's just crazy how good Tampa Bay, them and the Rays, and the Bucks. Like Tampa Bay, all they need is a basketball team. That's the next thing. And who knows? Maybe if the NBA decides to expand into Tampa Bay, that could be a good market. Just saying, could be a good market. But I'm sure they're going to go to Vegas first. So yeah, congratulations to the New York Rangers. So 17 is still shut. There's the 190 issue we told you about. This turnpike overturned vehicle here. Where's everybody going, and why are they traveling so damn fast? Man. Come on. What are we doing? Let's just see if the cameras work here on the Pike. This is at 9. Let's see here. So we got the left lane shut. What direction was that? Go back. So right now, that looks like it's shut. Well, just as the fire truck gets off onto the exit, or 9 here at 18. Close out of this. Let's just see. This is inner roadway south, car lane south of 9. So it's looks like it's right at the toll plaza, the exit for the tolls. That would be here off the inner or the car lane. So that car lane there looks like it's temporarily shut. As we're seeing this in real time, friends. So this is all live video. We're live, and we're on this hot start to the morning ride. So let's just blow this camera up just a bit. Again, this literally just coming in here. We were going to wrap up things here just a second ago. But you know what? Let me go to the turnpike camera because that camera is going to time out on me. I know it. I just feel it. We want to go here to the turnpike, go to the Parkway. We go to the turnpike. There we go. Change 9. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's a little bit better. So left lane here. Well, left lane is still shut. It looks like they got the state police traffic hold in place coming into 18 and Route 9. So stay with the outer roadway, the truck side of things if you can. Again, doing a little overtime for you here at 9:05, just because there's so many things happening here this morning. So be careful. Looks like they had closed this up back about half mile or so to let that fire truck come through the area. That's stay with the outer roadway instead. Let me go to the maps and let's just go to that location. Let's just see what the backup is. It's right in here. But they're saying the northbound side is heavier than south, really. It's probably a lot of rubbernecking delays in the car lanes on the northbound side. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera going north here. This here is the rubbernecking delay. So this down in this, I'm surprised the Turnpike hasn't moved the camera over here to take a look. They have it on the other camera north of 9. No, that's the plaza. Okay. All right. So that's what we're following there on the Turnpike. So look for that. We haven't checked in with in a while, and I apologize to my New Jersey Transit customers here this morning, is rails, because it's just been so busy on the roads. We go to the AC rail line, 828 arrival in the Philly 30th station, canceled with mechanical issues. 914 30th Street departure is canceled with mechanicals. So again, that's what you may start to see pop up as this weather gets warmer and warmer this morning into the afternoon. And as these temps get into those mid 90s or so, this is what you could see is some issues on the rails. Trust me, I've got 20 years experience in this. I've seen pretty much everything across the board as I can. Certainly you'll learn stuff and there's new surprises every day, but I've seen this many, many, many times with the rails. When it gets really warm like this, these signals do not like these hot temperatures. They like to stay in that range of about room temperature to about 50 some odd degrees or so. And then conversely, when it gets cold in the winter, we get those freezing temperatures. That's not good for signals either. So again, you got to remember that a lot of these signals are, electronic signals. There's probably still some manual analog systems, if you want to call it that, throughout some of the systems. But nonetheless, these electronic signals are basically computers. So what happens when you go out to the beach or out to the shore and you got your phone. It happened to me just yesterday. I was taking some video at the Memorial Day services here locally, and the phone said that it was starting to get hot because it was in my pocket and the sun was beating down on you or whatever. So what happens when your phone gets warm, it kind of shuts down, very much like our computer in the traffic center. So we'll see what Apple will give us here in the next week with the hopefully a new announcement with the computer. I digress from that. So anyway, so just be careful if you have to ride transit today. That's all I'm saying. PATH, New Jersey Transit, the subways, Long Island Railroad to a degree, probably through Queens and stuff like that. I mean, once you get out towards the the switches and things like that out on the island, since they're exposed, again, depending if they're out in the sun or whatever, but at least get some fresh air. Obviously the subway is kind of confined. Metro North is usually pretty good with the signal issues when it comes to the warmer weather, but again, just giving you the heads up, the fair warning, if you're going to use transit today, just potentially plan for delays because of signal potential problems throughout the system when this weather really starts to cook later on today. We're going to finish up with PATH here with the trains this morning because, again, we're coming up on 8:10 or so. A little bit of overtime. I think it's the iced tea with the caffeine is kicking in now. Hoboken 33rd, that was earlier, so delays are fine there. We want to go to the FAA. Let's check in with the flights. Everything is on or close to schedule here, so that's very good news throughout the entire Northeast because these clear skies. So that is some welcome news. Now, again, as the temperatures get warmer later on today, you may see a little bit of a delay especially on departures. Again, with the with hot air a lot less dense than what cold air is, the very minimal physics lesson there. But cold air obviously gives a little more lift for aircraft to take off. They don't need as much runway to get up and into the air as some of this hot, warmer weather is. So, they just take a little longer for a plane on the runway to make its way down the runway another 300, 400, 500 feet in order to get off the ground than if this was in the wintertime where a little less on the runway. And I hope I got that right. And Justin's the pilot too. So, but if you're out there, just let me know if I got any of that right. But anyway, so at this point, our major airports are looking pretty good. We'll finish up with our Hudson River crossings now for the last time this morning. We'll check in there. And again, I apologize for not hitting those, but you know what? People in New Jersey, not everybody goes to the city to go to work, as we saw with so many problems this morning. On average, about 40 minutes here at the George, 30 at the Lincoln, and about 20 to 25 at the Holland Tunnel across the board there. We'll check in with the MTA one last time just to see if there's any issues here popping up. We've got some delays here on the one train. Both directions, crews removed train with door problems of service at Rector Street. All right, watch for that. And then the Staten Island Railway, all trains from Arthur Kill to Prince's Bay board at the Tottenville bound platform. So boarding changes include Arthur Kill, Richmond Valley, Pleasant Plains, and Prince's Bay stations. What's happening? Scheduled maintenance until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Let's go to the rails now. We'll go to Long Island Railroad and Metro North, and definitely the iced tea caffeine is kicking in because I'm starting to get all jacked up here. 7:35 from Port Jeff to Penn, operating about 10 minutes late, so probably closer to 9:30 or so. All right. So with that said, I think we are going to wrap up things here before I completely lose my voice. Again, we are on YouTube, Facebook, as well as onto Twitch. We want to thank our good friend Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com for his proud sponsorship of the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also travels with Darley. My good friend Darley Newman, we thank her very much for sponsoring the program as well. Remember, her virtual program is coming up this Thursday, I should say, in a couple days from now, as I lose the headsets here this morning. That is coming up on Thursday, July. Hold on a second. I got to fix the headphones. There we go. Had them on backwards. That's why. Bonk, right? Hey, it's a Tuesday, right? Coming off the holiday weekend. That is this Thursday from 7 to 8:30. It's a virtual program, and we'll be giving some more tickets away. It's that show tomorrow, so be the first to comment on Facebook as well as onto YouTube, and we'll get you all hooked up with some tickets to Destination City Santa Fe from Darley Newman. So it's going to be a great program on Thursday, and I will be there enjoying that as well with all of you. So let's wrap things up here once again. I want to thank Justin, Anna, and Alexandra for contributing to the broadcast here this morning. Thanks a lot for the comments and everybody who's been watching the videos. So video totals are actually we're doing pretty well as far as the numbers. So let's just continue to keep pumping up those numbers there on YouTube. If tell all your friends, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Helps us out greatly. Doesn't cost you anything. Kind of doing that whole social media push on YouTube. You hear every YouTuber say subscribe and like and all that stuff. It definitely helps. I got to tell you that from being a very, very newbie to all of this YouTube stuff. It certainly is very beneficial to us here on the staff of the Tri-State Traffic Center. And speaking of the staff, we thank our meteorologist in training out of Rutgers University in Piscataway, Mr. John Rocco. We thank him very much for the hot forecast, and hopefully we get Johnny here on the broadcast, and you'll actually see him and hear him. Johnny does a great job. So just wrapping up some commitments there for Rutgers. So hopefully we'll get him on in the next week or so. So with all of that said, and I've been rambling on for 2 hours and 14 minutes, Mark, this morning, we are going to wrap things up here for the Tri-State Traffic Show. Drive safely, everybody. Again, do not leave pets or children in the car, not even for 2 seconds. Make sure that they are out of the car. Even with the windows open, it's still going to remain very hot. You know, friends, if you have the dog, just leave the dog at home if you can. It's not going to tear the house apart for one 24-hour period. I mean, you know, as John said, temps into the mid-90s, and just don't even get involved in it. Just do that. And again, be heads up on rails with those potential signal switching issues later. Not saying it's going to happen, but the potential is out there for this hot weather. So again, just give yourself some additional travel time. Build it into your ride for this Tuesday. So with that said, O'Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Center saying so long, and we'll see you tomorrow.